St. John's County School District going to be teaching AP Psychology.
Oh, this is the thing, yeah.
This is the thing. Schools in Duval and Clay will not, due to their interpretation of guidance by the Florida Department of Education. Here's how it goes. Duval and Clay County schools have decided not to offer AP Psychology courses due to, I'm inserting their interpretation of recent controversy. Last week, the College Board advised Florida schools not to teach the course because of a state law that they believe prohibits discussions about sexual orientation and gender identity in classrooms. That's a lie, by the way. It only prohibits instruction to young children about sexual activities.
It doesn't include that.
Right. Right. This is the thing that's been wildly misinterpreted. Florida Department of Education responded by sending a memo to district superintendents suggesting that schools can teach AP Psychology as long as it remains age and developmentally appropriate.
They're 18. APs, you're 17, 18 years old. I mean, it's a college. I mean, to me, it's putting, and this is why Jacksonville's never going to get out of the way of themselves. I mean, it's putting the kids at a disadvantage because that's one last class that they're going to have to take in college. So the AP program's there to help them get a head start on college. So
is sex even a part of
psychology is.
Psychology courses?
Yeah, I'm sure part of Jung and
the Oedipus
Freud
complex
and all of that stuff, and how you manage your thoughts and some of those things come into this.
Then this really shouldn't
but
even.
It's such a minute part.
Totally, it's a chapter.
It's there's each. It depends on how they're teaching the psychology, but each psychologist has a different theory of what's going through our head. I mean, Freud was so into his mom. Oh my God,
what a mess.
But I mean, that's a part of. I mean, they can't handle that at 17, 18 years old,
right?
So, we're talking kids of high IQ if they're in an AP class,
and they're in an AP. Sure.
We're not talking.
Yeah, they're not sitting down and watching Debbie Does Dallas, and it's like this is how it works. No, it's really about like the science.
Really, we did that in
health class.
That was not in health class. It was
It was on the reel.
No, you got in trouble for it. Yeah.
Somebody stuck it in the VCR when the substitute came in.
Yeah, there were VCRs when I was in school.
I thought that was public. It was projectors. Yeah.
So, but I mean, good for St. John's County, and shame on the state for even being involved in this.
Is there going to be ramifications that St. John's County is doing it differently than anybody else? Do you think?
I don't think so. I mean, we're number one school district, and there's a reason why Jacksonville's 83rd out of 67.
They've never been very good, have
Negative.
they?
No. So I mean, it's just good for St. John's County.
Well, let's see. DCPS spokesperson Tracy Pierce explained that teaching the course could pose risks both for students who might be unable to sit for the exam and for teachers who might face consequences due to potential challenges from parents or groups. DC, what, Troy?
I mean, it's AP. It's like these kids choose to go in this class. It's not like a required. They're making a choice to be in this class. It's ridiculous.
Is it?
Yeah. So they shouldn't even.
I wasn't smart enough to be an AP.
No. I'm honestly not completely up on these AP psychology, the AP psychology end of this whole argument. I'm just really not.
The AP classes are college preparatory classes.
Right.
If you go through the class, you still have to take a test at the end to prove that you've learned what you've done. I mean, it's to get college credit for it. I think they used to call it clepping. You clept out of a certain class and stuff. When you're in high school, if you took these classes, you would still get your 3 hours credit and not have to take that class in college, and it saves you money.
Okay.
So I mean,
it saves you money.
I think I clept out of like 4 different classes in college.
Wow.
Psychology was not offered to me, but I mean, if it was there, I would have taken it because it would have saved me money.
Basket weaving.
Yeah.
You clept out. It just sounds like
somebody's stealing, right?
It sounds like somebody's got a problem stealing things out of school.
Stole the hours.
Clept out of that class, bro.
Yeah. He's such a klepto.
I'm going to clep back.
But I don't think they call it. I think the AP, they call it different. But it's advanced students that choose to be in this class, and their parents at this level usually are heavily involved in what they're doing for their college curriculum.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I can. I guess there's, I guess it really depends on each parent and how they would feel about something like this. I mean, if it's been in curriculum for a long time, it's probably a little more understandable. I think most parents probably worried about younger kids having sexual type discussions.
Yeah.
Or access to this kind of curriculum, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's no kid that can get in this class that doesn't understand what's going on in the world.
Well, at 17,
these are
18, they're
brilliant
probably
kids.
pretty clear.
These are brilliant kids.
Yeah.
Right.
But again, I'm not totally up on all the instruction and all this course. So maybe there's something, I don't know. Maybe there's something I'm missing. Maybe not, though. Clay schools will also offer the ACE program, but do not provide specific reasons for not offering AP psychology, only mentioning decisions being made in the best interest of students. In St. Johns County, on the other hand, we will be offering AP psychology with Superintendent Tim Forson stating that the district will ensure that all standards are taught within the boundaries of the law. And I think St. Johns County has done a fairly good job of listening to parents and working within the new guidelines set over the last couple of years for them. It's an interesting situation, man, with some of this. Boy, that was very insightful, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was an interesting situation with some of this.
Yeah. Well, it's a way, in my opinion, it's a censorship, and they're restricting. I mean, to me, it's Duval County's almost punishing kids by not at least giving them a chance to do this.
Right. 6 hours of college time for one course.
Taking away the opportunity.
I think so too.
Well, I think you have to be careful in any, with kids 17, even with kids that are 18 that are in schools that, there's not actual pornography involved in something like this. I think that's the concern among some parents.
I just don't see that. I just don't see that ever. I don't think that's happening. Where is that conjured from?
Yeah.
Talk about where the media twists things. No one's watching porn in school. Zero.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to go back to these book arguments because I think a lot of them are up to individual people and how they perceive these things. But, some of these books absolutely contain images of sex. I mean, they absolutely do. Kids are back in school, right? I mean, there's blowjobs in a lot of these books. I mean, pictures of it and things like that. You can find these. These are life. You've
got to learn,
but not for kids in 7th, 8th, 9th. I mean, that's not. You don't need to be teaching that in school.
I'm a 13-year-old kid right now, I can find that pretty easily.
You can, but it shouldn't be in a school. You shouldn't be able to find it in a school.
I agree. Some of the books should not have been purchased.
Right.
That were in the school. That's where I question what it is.
The
but
purchaser,
I'm not a censorship person, but the person who purchased that and thinks, oh, this could be handy for a 4th grader.
Right. Right. Because most schools have discretion on some of this stuff. Yeah. I think it's fine to discuss with kids about things they may be going through and things like that, but you don't need to give them instructional books on giving blowjobs, not at that age. That's up to the parents. I mean, it's just a parental thing. It's not something that schools need to be teaching. It's how to give a blowjob. It shouldn't be available in school, just like a hustler shouldn't be available in school, in my opinion. But there's lots of varying opinions on this. This is, it is what it is. This is, again, we're talking about AP courses, which, as you pointed out, Troy, are older kids. There's probably a little more leeway on things like this. So, I mean, let's teach kids what they need to know without crossing a boundary that parents should be crossing, I guess. While St. Johns County AP psychology teacher Justin Vogel is glad the course is offered, he understands the concerns of other districts about the ambiguity of the age-appropriate content. Because in all fairness, I mean, the law, there are vague parts of the law, obviously.
Sorry, Clay. Clay got me and Davey really good right now.
I've been watching British comedy.
What does he got in there?
His comment was, they're just trying to get ahead.
That
was brilliant, Clay. Perfect timing.
Perfect timing.
It is what it is. Moving on. Any good comments in there from people?
Oh, yeah. You're going to have to read them later.
Okay, I'll read them later.
Yeah.
Oh, very interesting. All right, let's see. St. John's County Emergency Management. Why is that?
You're just going to have to read the comments, man. That's one of the funnier days in the comments.
Okay. All right.
No one's really with you. We're in the comments.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Emergency management.
No, I'm just going to sit here for like 5 minutes while you guys
Shake
do
it out.
comments. I don't even think I'm going to say anything else. I mean, just say shake it out.
Yeah, but they're shaking out the comments. It's
Okay.
almost done. Everybody's getting it out. There it is. Thank you, Jason.
Okay. All right. Great. Here we go.